Yo, how's it going, guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video, guys, we are going to be doing rate your teams. Yes, this is a idea that I've been wanting to do for a while. Obviously, I know that it's not an original idea. I know that a lot of guys do this on YouTube. I thought, why not take a look at some of your guys' teams. I actually put out a tweet which we'll be going through and taking a look at the tweets that you guys sent in, showing me your teams for Team of the Year, and you'll be surprised at how many of these teams actually have Team of the Year cards in them. We're not just focusing on that, it's almost what is your team looking like after a couple of upgrade packs, almost going into that peak Team of the Year time. So hopefully you guys do enjoy today's video. If you do, smash like down below and subscribe for a lot more FIFA 21 content. And before we get into today's video, a big thank you to you guys for helping me reach 4,000 subscribers on the channel, which is absolutely insane. Hopefully I can bring consistent, high quality content to the channel every single day. But as I say, today we are focusing on rating your team's Team of the Year edition, and hopefully you guys find this video interesting or useful. And if you want your team reviewing, send it to me on Twitter. The Twitter name is Joebagman. Thank you to everyone who did actually respond to the tweet. I was almost thinking this is a decent idea for a video today, but could we get many responses? We did, and we have a few. I think the way I'm going to approach this is I think I'm going to give a team a score of 1 to 10, and 10 obviously being the best, the R9s, the Rude Hullets, and then sort of take into context any comments that you've added, maybe suggest a couple players which I think would perform really nicely in the team as well. But let's get started and we'll go through and we'll start off with Venom's team. This is his team. He's got Aouar, Kante, Ronaldinho, Casemiro. It's a really nice looking team. It's a 3-5-2. I think we can all sort of see that this team is a solid team. You'd probably give this team around a 7 or an 8 just because it has some really top tier players like a Marcus Rashford, like a Tavernier, like a Cunha. It has the Varane. But Gomez, Valverde, I would say need upgrading. I would say Kante as well. Kante sort of seems like the player who is coming towards the end of him being really usable so far in this sort of game cycle. I think his Acuna is fantastic. The Varane, he'll be good enough till Team of the Season. He can defend against Team of the Year defenders. I mean, Team of the Year attackers and midfielders. So Varane, you don't have to worry about. Casemiro in the midfield in a 3-5-2, is it? Or I guess he would use them as the 3-5-2. Yeah, that's a very nice team. I would say though, Valverde, Kante, probably Aouar soonish, Gomez as well. And then I don't really like Alisson. I would probably look to get rid of them. But if you get the informed Gomez, he is absolutely cracked. Informed Valverde as well, but I think you could do even better than that. It's a nice team though, a good start to it, and you got to give it a nice rating because he used an original formation, 3-5-2, which is super overpowered. Now the next team, Simply Salah Raid. Your team is looking decent, to be honest. Ronaldo, Seedorf, Robben, Fernandes, Felix, Rashford, Walker, Van Dijk, Varane, Mendy, Alisson. It's got a really original backline. I like this team. I do like it because I think a lot of these players are in my team. Van Dijk, again, not very good. For the 90 rated Van Dijk, he's just not very good. Seedorf, I don't really like too much, but Ronaldo, solid. Very good. Walker, I'll probably switch out for... It's a tough one. I'll probably switch out for Cancelo, but then that sort of messes up the... No, Rashford's fine. Rashford's fine. I'll get Cancelo in the team. And then you saw it pretty much. Semedo, Cancelo, that's a nice team. Again, I'd probably rate this a 7. Seedorf brings it down because he is not very good this year, in my opinion. And the Varane and Mendy bring it up because they're just so damn overpowered. Now we've got Jim's team. Again, he's got João Felix, a very common player. Valverde, Heung-min Son, who I do like, although he's a bit hit and miss for me. He's got that Sissoko and Valverde in midfield, which is not great. He's got the very original backline. Now, unfortunately for Jim, I would probably give this one a 6 just because it doesn't really look like he grinds the game as much as probably the rest of us. In a 4-2-2, it's nice. It's got the Carrasco. You could upgrade the Carrasco to a better version. Valverde, better version. These two here I would look to get rid of, and that's Sissoko. Sissoko, still using Sissoko in January. I mean, fair play. He's probably as good as a lot of midfielders this year, but definitely one I would try to get rid of. Even for like a Wijnaldum, 85 Wijnaldum in here instead of Sissoko has to be an improvement. You've got the German league left back on the bench, and he's a good player, good substitute. You've got Koundé in the team. Koundé probably better than the Joe Gomez and Aouar. Yeah, it's a nice bench. The bench is some players that should be in the team, like a Tavernier, like a Rashford. Rashford should really be in this team, probably ahead of Mane for me. I'll probably bring in Rashford here, and then even play Mane. See if you can move around the formation, fit Mane, Rashford, in the same team and try and get rid of probably Carrasco. But yeah, solid team. Again, just not one of the more meta ones. Here we go though. We have the Beerus. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right. But we have your team. Says he's only played one weekend league. So we have to take that into account with these teams. He's got Messi, Frankie de Jong, Dembele, Aouar, Marquinhos, Gomez, Cuadrado, Gosens, Varane, Mendy, ter Stegen. I think again, this is probably... I would probably have to give this a tough score, which would be a 6, just because the Dembele, the De Jong, I mean, the Gosens, he's quite good to be honest. The Messi, it's them two players there, De Jong and Dembele, as well as Alejandro Gomez, that really bring it down. It probably like a 6.5 because the defense is solid. I think the defense is really good. The midfield is good. But yeah, it's a fair excuse. Haven't played weekend league since uni. He's got the best goalkeeper in the game, in my opinion. I don't think Messi is as good this year as he has been in previous years. So a nice team. I would look to get rid of Dembele, probably for Neymar as soon as possible, and then bring Mbappe in. Just try and go for the sweat. But the defense is nice. I actually rate the defense. I like this sort of hybrid link here. I think that's quite cool. The way you've got Alejandro Gomez on 10 chemistry. Try get Neymar. Try get Mbappe. But obviously they are the more premium players. Until then though, Dembele will do a job for you. He's a fantastic player. He's just one of the more frustrating ones. Really, really frustrating player. Next team, we go for Oye's team. He's got Higuain, Van Bergen, Beckham, Gravenberch, Kleiber. The defense is absolutely fantastic. If you think that Tavernier and Kleiber will swap in game, is what I'm imagining. He's got Higuain. This is his first owner 11. This for me, it's like a 6.57. Again, I think that these two players here are solid. Higuain and Beckham, shocking. I would not have them anywhere near my team. These two here are solid. I don't know how good they are still, but yeah, Kleiber, solid. Amarvi, Gomez needs to go, but this is a good team. I think Bamba, yeah, you can just see that this is a first owner 11. Higuain, you've got to go. Beckham, that's quite a cool link though. I'll give you that one. Inter Miami owner and the Inter Miami striker. Nice team. Mbappe, obviously in the team. You have to give it a decent rating overall. The next team then, we have Elder's team, which is on Footbin. And this here is what you call a meta squad, guys. He's got Team of the Year, Bruno Fernandes. He's got Essien, Renato Sanchez, Europa League, Neymar, Mbappe, Eusebio. It is what it is, guys. This is probably a very meta team and potentially the best one that we'll see in today's video. The defense absolutely stacked. I think that Diego Carlos and Rio Ferdinand make a complete pairing. You've got Rio, who can really be composed on the ball, can pass it out, and Diego Carlos, who can smash into the tackles and can just dominate your opponent's attackers. The midfield are really well balanced. I'd have to give this, because of that Bruno Fernandes, I mean, this is like a 9, isn't it, guys? This is really like a 9. If you look at the areas that you can actually improve and that actually would give you the value for money, you'd say Essien to a Vieira, Renato Sanchez to a Ruud Gullit, but that takes it to a 10. That would really take it to a 10 because of the Neymar Mbappe, the Eusebio, absolutely cracked card up front. Very nice team. Probably a 9, maybe an 8.5. I'd say 8.5. 8.5 because if you think the likes of Team of the Year, Kimmich in here, things like that, which would take it to the next level. 8.5, amazing, amazing team. 11 million coins, that's crazy. The next one from Scotty, it's a 4-2-2. He has got, again, a very sweaty team, and he's got Red Rashford, which is just unbelievable because Red Rashford, any version is fantastic. 88 rated Rashford is as well fantastic. The defense, probably the best we've seen so far. Blanc and... what's his called? Capita, Tavernier, Rashford, Kante, Mbappe, record breaker, Pele. Saint-Maximin, I think, is a bit outdated at this moment in time. I would look to get rid of that Saint-Maximin for a Ribery. The midfield, though, is absolutely stacked. Renato Sanchez and N'Golo Kante. That is what you want to see. And I said that 88 rated Kante was probably a bit outdated. The 89, though, he should be performing to a very good level. Again, this is probably an 8.5 out of 10. Maybe an 8 because of the Saint-Maximin, but... And the Mendy, would you say, guys? Let me know, an 8 or an 8.5. Which team would you rather have? This team or this one? I'm not too sure. If I had to pick between the two, I would probably go with the Team of the Year Bruno Fernandes one. So I guess this would be an 8, but the defense is definitely better, I would say, on this team than the previous one. Now we keep going, we go to Josh's team, and this team is absolutely crazy. Again, original. It's original for a team, whilst also being truly meta. Now Wan-Bissaka, honestly, I rated him at the start of the freeze promo when he first came out. I completed the SBC. I was so disappointed because I spent an absolute fortune. But from this moment, to this moment, I've played 200 games with him, and he's probably one of the best centre-backs that I have used alongside Varane. Joe Gomez, I mean, you got to get his 85 rated. He looks so out of place. Nick Pope, you should get an inform tomorrow. So yeah, you should get an inform tomorrow. But I really like the Ribery, the 2 team of the years. That is stacked. Haven't used that Kaká, but Goretzka is one of the best midfielders in the game. So again, this team, probably because of the 2 team of the years, because of the Ribery, I'm going to have to give it an 8.5. I know I'm being very generic with these ratings, but I think that's fantastic. And I love the way that you've got the Bayern Munich sort of Lewandowski, Robben, Ribery, Goretzka and Kimmich. That midfield is probably one of the best that you can get on the game for the value for coins. I think Goretzka is unbelievable this year. Now, I think we have a couple more guys. We have Saya's team, which is this. Now, don't get me wrong. This team it's not as good as the others. It's just that defense, very good. I mean, it's the standard defense. You've got Kante and Varane. Varane, no good. Hernandez, no good. Aguero and Ben Arthur. I don't think they're as good as what you need in FIFA. So, for me, I'm sort of forgetting what sort of ratings we give the other teams. But this, for me, is probably a 7 because of the Hernandez and the Varane. The Ben Arthur as well. It's a good team, but I expect to see a lot better. Saya, come on. Where's that Team of the Year Kimmich? We reviewed Team of the Year Kimmich on this account the other day. I'm not sure if he's just not in the club at the moment. But you got Son on the bench. Not really the best of benches. Not really anyone who's going to come on and win you the game. If you put Lozano on there, it would definitely help. But Hakimi's good. Ryan Kent isn't as good this year as he was in previous years. So for me, this team, 7, 6.5. Another couple more guys to get through. We have Lewis's team, who has Zola, Politano, Gravenberg, Van Bergen, JJ Okocha, but he has that Carrasco. That Carrasco, the 86, is decent. He's got an original back line with Nick Pope in goal. That's a nice team. The players I would look to get rid of would be Gravenberg and Van Bergen. I would have done the Robben if I were you. I don't know if you can, if you have the Robben in the club. Can't see the subs or reserved, but you play 4-4-2. And he said about the defense, 4-4-2. That's a nice team. Zola is cracked this year. He's always seems to be really, really good. JJ Okocha, I'm not sure how good he will be in that centre mid position. That's probably something that I would look to improve on. I don't think he's the box-to-box sort of player that you'd be looking for next to Gravenberg, because I don't think Gravenberg is the best at defending as well. But it's a good team. Probably, yeah, better than size. So I'd give this one a 7 out of 10. And I want to make sure that I don't miss any, because I can't believe that this many people sent the teams in. So yeah, once again, a big thank you to you guys. If you're seeing your team, hopefully I'll give it an okay rating. This one here, Theo Hernandez, Varane, Gomez, Tavernier. Everyone did Tavernier. Tavernier absolutely cracked. Raul, it's time to go. This team needs to get rid of Raul. I rate the use of the striker. For this team, I feel like in-game it would perform really well apart from that Raul, and for that reason, for Raul only, it gets a 6.5 for me. I would go for the increased version of Rashford when you can, but the 2,000 coins tells me otherwise. In midfield as well, I'm sort of looking, I'm thinking, you've got Kante in the midfield, no box-to-box. It's a good team though. I'm just not sure how I would set that up. Maybe a 4-1-2-1-2 wide with Kante as the lone CDM. I don't think he's as good as he could be. But yeah, I'm sort of trying to change my ratings, because I think when I do the player reviews, I rate players always like a 9. And I think that I maybe just give them 2 over generous ratings. I think a 9 should be a phenomenal card, whereas a 6 is average. I would say 6 for this sort of stage is an average. We've got Nedved, Stoichkov. This guy looks like he likes some icon packs. Mateus is phenomenal. The backline, solid. Just Giovanni Dos Santos. This is a good team. I would say this is a good team. It's a very usable team. The icons you've had some luck with Nedved and Mateus. Stoichkov is decent. Again, 7 for me. The players I would look to replace straight away. Zakaria out for any version of Goretzka. Goretzka is phenomenal this year. That's a very nice team. And I think Dos Santos is solid as well. So I like this a lot. I like that Mexican link. I'm sure the Mexicans would be proud. Castro would be happy with seeing this team. And I think this is the last one, guys, to make it through them all. So we've got Diogo Jota, Gravenberg, Barnes, Malen. Yeah, it's a very nice team. The untradeable Bruno Fernandes is just a blessing because he just takes this team to the next level. I rate Malen, I rate these two. A lot of people using Van Bergen and Gravenberg. I would look to get rid of Baumgartel as soon as possible. Don't know how many coins you have in the club, but yeah, Baumgartel, it's time to go. We'll try getting a... it has to be an English centre-back, so... Or it could be Virgil van Dijk, although I don't really rate him too much. I would look to get rid of Baumgartel, potentially for... I can't even think who, to be honest. A right-back Walker, a centre-back, would be better than this Baumgartel. I think Baumgartel will get found out in FUT Champions, will definitely... yeah, he'll get found out in FUT Champions. He will just not be good enough. He's not fast enough. I used him for a couple of weekend leagues, and that is my opinion on it. But this team, again, because of the Bruno Fernandes, has to be a 7, guys. Has to be a 7 because of that team of the year, Bruno Fernandes. You got a team of the year on your team, it definitely takes it to the next level. But guys, I think we made it through all of the team of the year submissions for this week of the Rate Your Team, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy today's video. If I rated your team, if you agree or disagree with the ratings, let me know down in the comments. But this was the first time actually trying this type of video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If you did, smash like down below and subscribe for a lot more FIFA 21 content. Thank you if you did make it to the end. I'll catch you all in the next one.